Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and today we've got the Legend difficulty loss sector for Excavation Site 12, and this is probably one of the more farmable ones because you can do it pretty fast, even with a reasonable loadout. You can do it decently fast, and then you have a great loadout, you can do this thing in like 2.5 minutes, maybe. And I've got a separate video probably uploaded before with a more, kind of a more efficient build, so if you want to check that one out, I'll try and throw that in the link description below. But today, Excavation Site, it's a Cabal last sector. You got Barrier and Unstoppable Champions. The burn is Solar. And the shields on the boss, sadly, it's the only thing that has a shield, is going to be Arc. So you do have to manage Arc in some way. So, unoptimized loadout as usual for you guys. No exotics used. Not going to use my super, so please use those. You'll make this thing go ultra fast. Barrier, Scout or Auto Rifle, it's seriously up to you. I think I've kind of got used to using either one, so that's a preference. As for Unstoppable, Grenade Launcher is kind of my favorite just because you can, for one, take advantage of Breach and Clear, even if you're not using that in your heavy slot, and two, it's just more fun than a sidearm. That's a preference. Whatever your heavy is, I'm using a basic machine gun. Pretty much anything's going to be better. You got a rocket launcher, very effective at 1310. Nearly does it in one hit, if not, you know, barely finished up with a primary. Xenophage, insanely powerful in here. What else? Especially paired with Breach and Clear. So you've definitely got some options when it comes to the heavies. Heir Apparent's going to be one. Lament, if you're willing to get up close, will probably just smash some things, I'm sure. So you've definitely got options. I'm going with pretty basic loadout. Whatever your heavy is, Scavenger, Reserves, and Ammo Finder, always throw those on there. For your damage resistance, Arc is not going to be a bad one to go with, actually, but whatever your chest piece is, throw the damage resist on there. Give yourself a little help. I don't think Void is going to benefit you too much in here, but Arc or Solar will give you a little help to deal with. And then, of course, if you're running any grenade launcher, which you probably will be on Unstoppable, Breach and Clear is a nice way to stack some damage on. Otherwise, if you're not using a grenade launcher, you choose to use the sidearm. My advice is Sundering Blast, so if you do stun a champion, they explode. Always nice to get that bonus damage, and then maybe you can pair it with Energy Accelerant or something else. It's really up to you. But yeah, basic loadout. I'm not going to use an exotic, not going to use a super. So if you guys have any of those weapons or armor exotics that you want to use, by all means, use them. Xenophage is really powerful in here. Lament probably is just about as strong. If you can stun a champion and get close with the Lament, you're probably going to just vaporize it. So let's jump in. It's not actually that difficult. It goes pretty fast. So here we go. All right, so when you start, obviously you can see a bunch of champions have spawned. You're going to have quite a few legionaries up here to start. So try and take those out. Use your little explosive box to clear any others out. Switch to your grenade launcher, let them get close, stagger them, and then just, you know, try and put enough damage in that you can get a finisher off. And as soon as you can do a finisher, do that. Good time to reload while you're behind cover, because then you can kind of go for what you can. My advice, actually, is to basically chunk or grenade whatever you got onto this bridge. Do some damage with what you can. Hide, because then that Barrier Colossus is going to try and shoot you. We're going to have our Unstoppable Champion come at us over here. So again, same thing, try and put some damage in, get in finisher, and there you go, that's 2. Reload the heavy again, so you've got it. Nice thing about a machine gun, not Xenophage per se, but even a basic machine gun, I can basically mow down all of these ads pretty well. Okay, Barrier didn't handle that one quite as well. Big thing about Barrier Champions, you guys know you can go pretty fast on them though, if you need to. As soon as they get to where they can, you know, start putting up their shield, they're likely going to do it frequently. And you'll kind of find that perfect little amount of health where they start putting their shield up, and as soon as they do, stun them, unload with your heavy. If you can hit that crit spot, they're going to die pretty fast, especially like that. There we go. You're going to have a couple ads trying to shoot you from above. And you got a couple ads over there. Use, you know, grenades where you got them. I'm doing this with an auto rifle. Main reason I have Arc on the auto rifle is just so I can manage a couple of the, basically the boss shield in a consistent way. It's the only reason. If you have something like Salvage or Salvo, it's great in here. Salvage or Salvo for grenade launcher for Arc would be much more fun. And then you can use something like Night Watch, any auto rifle, Chroma Rush would be good. You've got definitely a lot of auto rifle and scout rifle kinetic options. If you can pull off something like Salvage or Salvo from last season. The explosion, the group chain explosion, chain reaction is so fantastic when you shoot that bridge. It's great. Alright, final champion is going to be a Unstoppable Champion up top. He's going to be stuck over there by the boss, so if you can hit him early, it's not a bad way to put some damage into him, and if you die, it's not a big deal. I'm literally at 2 minutes and 20 seconds right now. How fast this one goes. I'll leave the death in there because, you know what, it's really not going to matter. And again, shoot what you can. Use that grenade launcher. Should have plenty of ammo, hopefully, if you're running scavengers especially. Stuff should be dying. You can clear some of the ads down here so the top gets a bit more manageable. Usually you won't be able to pull the unstoppable champion quite over here, but if you can, it works wonders. Love using grenade launchers just to get that proximity around something, like around a shield, up over a cliff, above their head. Whatever you're going to do tends to work fairly well. Find your unstoppable champion, try and get him staggered. Remember, don't forget about those explosive barrels. They work. There we go. Probably going to have one or two more ads, like this guy's just going to be a bonus for me. I'm going to break his shield. Throw a grenade at his feet. Now would be a great time for a super if you're using one. I'm just not for, you know, ease of guide purposes. Now, this is actually a good thing that you're going to want. If you can find this nightmare guy, finish him up. Now I've got the unstable damage. Break the shield. Put breach and clear on this guy, and then get some damage working. Now's a good time for a super, a heavy, whatever you got. But that unstable essence is just let me doing so much more damage. Get behind cover if you need it. Reload, let him get his shield back up, break the shield again. Not a big deal. That's why we want that primary, or energy weapon, I should say. Just something with a consistent amount of ammo. Salvagers works wonders on this guy too, so you can continually get that shield broken, so you're always able to do that damage, because match game is going to be on, even if it's just a little annoying. And use cover like this. I've also been on the rock on the other side of the room to slowly work him down. Nice thing about some of these weapons, if they have enough power, they're going to stagger him. Again, if you can actually get him to line up, solar damage grenade is going to basically finish him off. And he's done. That was 4 minutes, and that was slow. That's what I'm saying. Xenophage, use your super, use exotics. This thing goes insanely quickly. Didn't get one this time, but that doesn't mean I did anything wrong. Just sometimes platinum will not show up. But that is all the champions for this one. So back to the surface, and we'll wrap this one up. Nice and short and sweet today. So yeah, this one is very, very farmable. So today we are farming chests, which are good ones. There are some definite ones out there. Titans, you guys know, your Thunderstrike super. That's a big one, but you've definitely got some good chests that you can farm at 1310. That was a slow version at like 4 minutes. I've done it in less than 3 pretty easily. I've heard people doing that thing in like 50 seconds. You almost can't do it so fast depending on what you do. So there are some speedy runs on this one if you go efficient for builds. This is just a pretty standard loadout that you guys can use, and it definitely gets easier with more. So burn is solar. Make sure your heavy is solar. Your super, or I would say your subclass, can be solar as well. Your energy slot, just make sure it's an arc so you can deal with the champions, or so you can deal with the boss's shield, champions, barrier, and unstoppable, however you choose to do those. If you got salvage or salvo, put that in the energy slot, find, Chroma Rush or Night Watch, and you're good to go. Thank you guys. If you did enjoy this one, drop a like below. Leave a comment if you've got a build that you like using, and also if you've got a time that's like lightning fast. Let us know how fast you ran it and what you ran it with. If you do want to see more videos from me, or you just enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. Hopefully that will help my videos make it into your YouTube feed. You guys can find me over on Twitter at Ebontis, and also on twitch.tv/Ebontis, streaming Destiny and a variety of other things over there. Plus the Last Word podcast on Fridays. Thank you guys. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.